In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 reasons to pick up the Galaxy A16 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. In celebration of the release of the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G in the US, I thought I'd just show you the 5 things I really love about this phone. And of course, as you guys see in the title, the 5 reasons to buy the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. And I've been using this for over a month now, and there have been some very big improvements from the Galaxy A15 to the A16. So without further ado, these are the 5 reasons to buy the Galaxy A16. Alright guys, so the first reason, of course, is going to be that bigger display. Of course, this year we still have a full HD display. We're still going to have an AMOLED display as well. And this display is going to have that nice, smooth 90 Hz refresh rate on this as well. So it looks great. It's bigger, and we have a great refresh rate on this. And the great thing about gaming, watching movies and TV shows, is you guys are actually going to have more screen real estate to do that on now, since this is a 6.7 inch display instead of 6.5 inches. Now, I don't have any hate or bad blood for the Galaxy A15. I just like that this year we have a bigger display on the Galaxy A16. Next up on the Galaxy A16, we actually have the latest One UI software, and instead of 4 years of operating system updates that we got promised with on the Galaxy A15, we are now promised with a policy of 6 years of major OS updates, all the way to Android 22 from Android 14 on the Galaxy A16. So amazing update policy on here. There are a lot of people who have educated me on their phone use, and a lot of them say they do keep the phone until they can stop using it. So for the people out there that are going to hold on to the Galaxy A16 for as long as possible, and you don't really care too much about technology or getting a newer phone, then this is going to be a great phone for you, since it's going to have such a long update policy. So beautiful stuff. This is some actually groundbreaking stuff for the budget community out there. So pretty cool to see that we have 6 years of OS updates. It's some insane stuff. Next reason to buy the Galaxy A16 has to be that we are met with not just 5G, not just NFC, but we still have SD card expansion up to 1,000 gigabytes on the Galaxy A16. This is something that we don't really see too much more on the mid-range and flagship devices from Samsung. So it's really nice to see that we're keeping the SD card expansion, especially for people that take a lot of photos and videos, and they may download files such as ROMs for emulators like the Game Boy, the Super Nintendo, and stuff like that. It's really cool that we can implant an SD card inside of here and use it all we want, because soon enough we're not going to be seeing that. I'm just happy that did not happen in 2025. So beautiful that that's still there. However, one thing I hate that has left us on the Galaxy A16, as you guys know, we do not have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So no headphone jack for the people out there that wanted one. Rest in peace, headphone jack. Next reason to buy the Galaxy A16 5G definitely has to be the camera. This is probably one of the most solid cameras I've had on a sub $200 phone. And again, this device is unlocked for $200. It's kind of insane to say that. And in 2025, just cheap phones are getting really good. So for the Galaxy A16, for our rear-facing cameras, our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel wide-angle camera. Our secondary is going to be a 5 megapixel ultra wide, and of course our third is going to be a 2 megapixel macro, and we can shoot up to 1080p at 30 frames per second on this. And I'm going to be showing you some samples right now of photos and videos that I've shot on the Galaxy A16 5G. As you guys can see right here, overall this is a very solid camera. It has overcome my expectations for sure. It's really decent, and it's more natural than last year's Galaxy A15 as well. I feel like for a lot of the videos, especially on the rear-facing camera, we got oversaturation, especially in my camera comparison between the Galaxy A15 and A16. It seems like it was blowing stuff out of proportion and making it way more contrasty and just kind of weirdly unnatural, opposed to the Galaxy A16. So I'm really happy to see improvements on this device from the A15 to the A16. Also, the A16 selfie camera, if you guys don't know, we do have a single 13 megapixel wide angle selfie camera on here. This thing does wonders. It shows so much detail. It shows natural skin tones now, which is something that I've been waiting for, because they have really been washed out these have absolutely not been washed out. And the great thing is we get some good detail as well. So we're getting closer and closer to that mid-range camera. And eventually we're going to get something really close to that flagship. I'm sure in the near future, in 3 to 4 years from now. But just the improvements on the selfie camera have been great. I've really enjoyed the selfie camera, and I think that's the biggest improvement on this as well. Everything else though, camera is solid. Love the cameras on this phone for the price tag. And the last reason to buy the Samsung Galaxy A16 5G has to be the processor upgrade. Now, as you guys know, we have the new Exynos 1330 processor inside of here. That's an updated processor from the MediaTek Dimensity 6100 Plus, or if you guys were overseas, we did get the Helio G99 for some overseas improvement right here. But as it goes, the Galaxy A15 is much more glitchier than this phone. I've actually noticed that there is much less lagging, much less hangups while just scrolling through my UI right here than there were on the Galaxy A15. So there's been a very big improvement from that 6nm chip to the now 5nm chip on the Exynos 1330 that we've got. And it seems like there's been some improvements and some updates to everything as well. So Samsung is getting much better at UI optimization with the processors that we have. So the Exynos 1330 has absolutely seen a difference from the original MediaTek Dimensity 6100 Plus that we received on the Galaxy A15. So great improvement, Samsung. So yeah, guys, these were the 5 reasons to pick up the Galaxy A16 5G. I'm not saying for the people out there, if you have the A15, you should upgrade to the A16. I'm just saying for someone who's looking for a cheap phone out there, that's not going to break the bank, and it's going to give you the basic necessities plus a little bit more added. The Galaxy A16 can definitely do that job. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.